This video is going to be about 7 ways to make him value you more. So stay tuned. If you don't know who I am, I'm Sindy V King. I'm a creator of Calling In My King. I help transform women to create lasting love through Vedic astrology, neuroscience, and transactional analysis so that she becomes the queen of love. So today we're going to be specifically talking about 7 ways to make men value you more. Make sure that you stay to the very end because in the middle, I'm going to give you a huge tip. And at the very end, I'm going to sum it all up so you can have a better understanding why is this the case. So it's number 1, knowing what you want. So that has to do with your 5 non-negotiable lists. I really want to focus on that because if you don't know what you want, and you're just letting any man pick you up, and that could be the bad eggs as well. So I want to make sure that you're attracting the quality man and the right one for you. So that's really specifically important. So number 2 has to do with having great interests. So that means about having a healthy lifestyle, you have a passion project, and your life is interesting. It's not dull, it's not boring. You can be a total introvert like myself and still have great things that's going out for your life. Because what's the point of going out in this world and he doesn't value you because he finds you a little bit boring and you're not very conversational and you're not very exciting to escape to. So outside of his work. Does that make sense? Okay, there's this whole myth, this whole thing about like not giving in too soon, not sleeping with him so quickly. You want to be more curious than anything else in this human on this earth. What he wants in bed, and are you compatible in bed, and have that conversation started. And what is very important for him, a man marries is because for sensual and sexual stability, not because you're just only great in bed. What does the word stability mean? Yeah, that's the word. That's the key word right there, that he will value you because he wants sensual and sexual stability on both sides. So he knows that you're faithful enough and you're loyal to him, and he sees that you have great values, especially bedroom hygienes as well. And because how you start your relationship, if you're going to start off with animal style, we're not talking about in and out, but definitely if that's how you want to play out your relationship and it's working out for you, great. If it's not working out for you, let's try something different. You know, the whole idea about insanity is doing something over and getting the same results. But if it's not working out for you, let's try something totally different, okay? I have mentioned this about being passive and patient and vulnerable, and that's great. But what's really important, I don't want you to hold up your life. And that's number 4 tip, is about letting him know that you also have a life and you're a woman and you are choosy. Okay, we talked about this a few videos there on Biology 101, how women are choosy. That means that you're not waiting around just for him, and especially if you're not monogamy, and if you decide to be premature monogamy, that's on your youth and beauty. Banking on that table right there. What's really important that you tell him, look, I have a fun and exciting life, and and if he contacts you and it doesn't work out during that time schedule, let him know, hey, like it's not going to work out on Wednesday and you feel like that's just too much. I think it's really important to negotiate what works in time-wise for both of you. What is your work schedule like? What is your life schedule like? If your children are involved and you want to set priority your children, and that's really important for you. So he can value your life as well, and he can appreciate working around that time schedule. If he missed you on that date, let him miss you on that date. I honestly Don't think that you should compromise. The word compromise, it should not be in a relationship. Either you accept or you reject. That's it. You're not tolerating in this relationship in the very beginning first. Okay, number 5 is speaking is so important. I talk about transactional analysis. I'll make more videos. I have a video playlist, but start off with that first about speaking, how to speak feminine. We all don't like the word no in the very beginning, but it's important to practice certain boundaries. Every no, there's either a window opportunity of other things. So no, I'm not ready to do this, but why don't we revisit this topic at another time? Does that work for you? Versus saying blunt out no, and you have this grumpy face on yourself. I think it makes a huge difference. I'm pretty sure about communication and practice where you can. Practice on your family members, practice on your friends, practice on your people that you're dating with. You're going to get better, and it's going to give you a lot of feedback. And it's hard work, but you have to be cognitive enough in saying, like, it's easy doing it on text message, but verbally you got to practice too, because you got to change that mindset and the thoughts as well. Okay, number 6 has to do about spiritual work. Not a lot of people value that, but he will value that you are a spiritual human being. And that doesn't mean believing only in faith, but also have your gratitude journal. That could be one component of it. That's a small, or just going to service or having some sort of spiritual ritual is really important to you, that you stay very present and you're practicing those things. For me, my example, I love practicing Vedic astrology. It's really important for me. I love my mala, and that's really spiritual for me, and that's part of my component of bilateral stimulation. I love listening to bilateral stimulation, especially on music-wise. It just helps me, calms me down. So it doesn't have to be a religious component. It can be, if that's how you do it. Great. Have a spiritual ritual, because he will value that you know how to self-soothe yourself. Does that make sense? Self-soothing. I actually have a program that actually teach you how to self-shift and self-soothe, especially when you're having high anxiety, because it's just part of life. And I wanted to let you know as well that a woman's brain frontal lobe is much larger than compared to a male's brain. And that's become analytical and overanalyzing and totally judgmental, and even sometimes talk yourself down. There's a reason why women are more depressed than ever. It's because of that. And obviously drinking and using alternative chemical, it doesn't always help. It only suppress that, and I want you to do something like EMDR. If it doesn't work for you, there's many other components out there, but the body scan I have teach you how to do on my YouTube channel. Go and watch that. I'll try to link this in this video as well right above. You can go and watch on how to really scan your body, and that's how to check in with yourself, and you figure out what works for you. Everybody's different. I do not recommend this is always going to work. It doesn't. Everybody's different. Everybody's in different age, their generation, and where you are in life. So number 7, how a man really value this is the number 1 tip that nobody really talks about is, what does he do amazing, and let him know that this was a most amazing thing that he have done for you, and it really touches your heart or your inner child, whatever that inner child, and you're so happy that he did that for you. So appreciate him and get him, acknowledge his action. It's really important. And when he's not doing so great, whatever he did, could be hurting your feelings or had a conversation that really turns you off, or you have to let him know that as well. He will value feedback. But again, we go back to the point where I was mentioning a little bit earlier about number 5, how you speak is important. You let him know how he can fix it. Okay? So, and if you guys agree to that, great. And if you're off in that moment, you know how to say time out as well. So he will value you, that you can be not a bigger, better person, but you can value that you can take care of yourself and know where your comfortable is. Let him know. And also in a way that is feeling a little bit more gentle, and he might not know that he hurt your feelings in that way. He didn't know that until you let him know that this is really hurtful. You have done this, and I kind of want you to not do it. And if you can catch yourself, great. And I'll try to remind you as well, can be very hurtful. And you don't have to storm out. You don't have to be this drama queen. I want you to be a full queen without the drama. All right, these are the things that he thinks you are 100% a queen. Maybe you agree with it. Maybe there's more to it that you have to add on to this list. There's so many of it, but I just wanted to hit the surface because, it could be overwhelming sometime. So go ahead and watch this video maybe one or twice and make notes as well. And if you're curious if this is also other things that you think he might value, I want you to leave a comment down below. That's really important. And if you really have a question and you really want to talk to me, I also do one-on-one consultation. Majority I do group. If you're dealing with some sort of anxiety, I have a program for that as well. It's links down below in Patreon. And as well, the other component as well, I also have a VIP, so we can chat on a monthly basis. You bring your question, you bring your concern, and I just answer from here. So I want to thank you for watching my video. I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye now. Look, if you're serious about being fearless in love and ready to be treated like a queen, links is down below to book a time. I got over 100 videos on YouTube and I post new videos every week. So make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button. You get notified when new videos goes live. If your friend is actually stuck in love, share and like my video. I do take requests on topics and answer your burning question about your relationship. So just leave a comment down below. Otherwise, see you in the next video.